Oh, I gotta show my face on this one because Jesus Christ, this thing here. Yeah, I know, never here. You know how it go. But I gotta show my face on this one. So I was just on Subzeros live, and it's the same argument that they be having, black men, black women. We don't value each other's struggles. Black men are coddled, black women are coddled. And like, oh my gosh. And I get caught up in it too. And like I'm like, this is and black man was coddled. I'm like, where? Like, if we were really coddled like that, we would be better off with our women. We're not. If I think somebody in that chat said it best. It's like, yeah, I think we coddle in certain areas. And when certain people don't get that treatment that they think they should get, all of a sudden, black men are evil, black women are evil. And I think also Woman Sphere said this on Sexy Red Chat. The reason why a lot of black women are hurt by black men because they're so used to black men bending over backwards for them, doing whatever for them, uh, buying stuff for the kids that they don't even know. Um, they basically bribing them into being in a relationship with them. And when there are black men who don't do that, or who go the way to the other side where they just demonizing them and tearing them down, is a big shock. And in turn, when you see black women demonizing them, it's a big shock to some of these black men. But to me, it's like this is kind of normal occurrence. I've seen black women at my job going on black men. I've seen black men on my job going on black women. It's just this is nothing new, but they don't put it as a collective. They just said this woman or this man, but as a collective, no. And you got some women in the chat was like, run the white men. I'm like, white women got way bigger problems with their men than black women have with theirs. Again, I put in the chat, a lot of the marriage laws. Oh, well, black men are unfaithful. A lot of those marriage laws were written because white men not only are so unfaithful, they will abandon not only the wife but the children. They just pick up and get the fuck up out of there. Yeah, they may marry you more, but when they see a time to dip, they gonna dip and leave you broke. That's why they had to make alimony, no fault divorce, because they were beating the fuck out of these women. They have higher rates of they had high rates of domestic violence, especially in certain professions like police officer. So they had to make it a way to get these women up out of there without having to deal with the whole dealing with these dudes. A lot of these laws was written because of white men. So you're about to run, and this is how they treat their women. What do you think they're gonna do with you? They treat their women like shit. That's why they had feminism. The first two, one, two, three, four waves of feminism. These are the same white men that say, hey, these transgenders can be in women's sports. I want you to think about that for a second. These are the same white men that said, these white men can go in the bathroom. All they had to do is put on a wig. Hey, I identify as a woman. You go right in the bathroom. That's why men voted for that. Since they the power structure, right? They voted for that. Because at the end of the day, like Umar said, the point that they trying to get to where they can mess with them kids legally. And I ain't talking about marriage. I'm talking about mess with these kids legally. So you about to run into that mess. Oh, well, marriages last longer. Yeah, the problem ain't your marriage lasts longer. The problem is you getting to it. Because we got documented history of white men leaving you baby mamas. For some of these swirlers that want to praise these white men, you got documented history of them leaving you baby mamas. And they didn't give two fucks. Documented. So you want to run to them, go right ahead. Hey, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna prevent you because this ain't my fight. I told the guy, I said, nope, you ain't gonna have a problem. Well, I said no, because my pride is like this. If you want to go, go. I ain't trying to fight for you. I ain't gonna chase after you. I'm not gonna run after you and none of that shit because it ain't my fucking fight. What about the pride as a black man? Yeah, I have pride as a black man. And my pride is like, I'm not about to chase a chick. Just like I told on there. I don't put black women on a pedestal. I don't think of them as goddesses. I don't think of them as gods. I just don't. It's not happening. I didn't do my wife like that. I treated her like a human being. She had her faults. She had her greatness. Now, again, I don't demonize them. I don't vilify them, but I'm not about to praise them for every little thing. That's not happening either. Sorry, it's just not gonna happen. Well, I know there's some dudes who's like, well, I choose not to talk about the ills of black women. Cool, do that. I'm not gonna spend all my time doing it. But if you think that I'm not gonna point out some dumb shit that they do, you got me fucked up. It's not. It's gonna happen. My mother would do it, and I'm raised by a single mother. So if she's willing to do it, what you think I'm gonna do? And like I said, she get on black men too. So if she's willing to do, what you think I'm gonna do? Something different? No. So I don't pity. I don't throw pity parties for black people. But I'm not gonna be praising white people to the moon. That's some sick shit. You a sick fuck doing that as a black person. Given their history on both genders. You a sick fuck. Hey, conscious, what's up? Yeah, you missed that live on Subzero. It was crazy. And I didn't I caught like the tail end of it. That shit was crazy. But it goes back to these are people who and keep it 100 said it best about some of these black men who become conservatives, but I think that also um you can also apply it to some of these people who are so rah rah for white folks. These are the rejects of black culture. They are the rejects of black culture. People didn't fuck with them like that. They really didn't. So they're trying to get their identity with the white folks or the Asian folks. I think like some of the cosplayers kind of do that same stuff too. That's just they how they do that. I don't agree with it, but I understand. I understand because some of in our culture, some of us do reject people who don't fit a certain thing with our culture, and so they feel that instead of finding their own, they hook up with certain white folks who really don't like them like that, just to be honest, but they'll use them just like white folks always do. Always use the rejected of our culture to go after us. But that's a part of war and competition. You use all the tools at your disposal to keep control. That's just how they do. So if I can use this black dude who wasn't accepted by the black men or the black women, and I could use them against them, hooray! This black woman who wasn't accepted by black men or black women in her culture, I can use them against them. I mean, that's war 101. I understand it, but but us as people, we put blindness in our eyes and be like, oh, we're not doing that. Yeah, yes, you are. And I'm not talking about people who just that their their uh things that make them not accepted in black community is not dangerous. Some of it is dangerous and should be alienated and absolutely. Hey, D. Darrell, how you doing, man? But at the same time, there's some things that you shouldn't be alienating, but they do alienate it anyway because either they think it's weird or um, they just sort of fuck with them, and then some of these people get bullied, and then they come back and like I said before in another live stream, you can't dictate when the get back comes. It could take years, and then the get back coming. Like your Larry Elders and your Jesse Lee Petersons of the world, they wasn't accepted by black folks like that. They weren't accepted by black men like that or black women like that. So they got to axe to grind. I would put Antoine Daniels in there too. They weren't accepted by black folks like that. So when they weren't accepted, guess what they do? Now they turn against you. Now they'll use you. I mean, they uses the Jay Whites of the world, the other dude on there, the Jay Whites, the who the other guys? I don't know. All them people of the fucking Fight Club. They'll use them. The shit on the black culture, black men and black women. And then when they're done, they throw them away. That's how they do. But we got people who want to participate in that garbage, and it's just, to me, it's sad. Like the whole thing with Simone Biles and that guy Jonathan Owens. Now I know his name. Now they were talking about that, then it's spilling the black men being coddled and black women. I'm like, listen, both of these people are being coddled in some degree. Black women being treated as goddesses, and then now they tend to reverse, and now they're treating them like sluts and whores, and black men with coddled, now they're treating them like the scum of the earth. I mean, it's just, instead of having a balance, which you can only get if you have a black man and a black woman in the home, so you can have that balance. And even then, they have to have a balance in their own right, because just because you got two parents in the home doesn't mean you're going to have a good childhood. Because if you got a black man who's a dominant and just a crazy, and you got a woman who's just a pushover, that's going to create an imbalance. If you have the reverse, where the woman is just a bee, and this dude is just soft as a marshmallow, you're going to have an imbalance there. So it's more than just having two parents in the home. It's more than just having a parent in the home. It's just more things that have to be involved than just, oh, we got to have a man and a woman in the home. No. One, they have to be dating for the same reason, which is to build a legacy. If they're not doing that, it's going to be a problem. If she's too needy or he's too needy, that's going to turn off their partner. Or they so distant, that's going to turn off their partner. And it doesn't mean that they ain't going to have sex and have children and all that kind of stuff. Because if you can have a partner that don't fucking like you, but they doing stuff because they think this is what they're supposed to do. That's why I did say on the live stream, why some of these dudes are getting married. Do you even know why you're getting married? Some of these dudes are getting married because that's what they're supposed to do, when it's not what they want to do. Some of these women the same way. That's what they think they're supposed to do and not what they want to do. They want to get with black men and black women because they think that's what they're supposed to do and not what they want to do. Now, I get where we want to continue the culture, we want to continue the black race. I get all that. I have nothing against that. But you, as a man, and you, as a woman, have to want to be with black folks. You have to. Because if it's not, you're doing the service to yourself, you're doing the service to your children, and you're doing the service to your partner that you're with right now. You're not doing any favors. Because if you want success, a successful child, you gotta want one, you gotta be successful within your own self. And it ain't just with money and education, spiritually, emotionally, you gotta be well. And if you're not well, you're gonna taint your generation. You're just gonna taint it. That's why I don't preach getting married. I don't preach none of that shit. I don't preach marriage and nothing like that. I'm not opposing. I'm not against. I preach self. Get yourself together first before anything else. You got to get yourself, and getting yourself together doesn't mean running from your people. Getting yourself together doesn't mean you run into white folks. That ain't the business. Because if you ain't healthy, they gonna get rid of you. For all you women over there were talking about where they last longer. Well, we have really public seeing how that can turn bad in a heartbeat for both black men and black women. Don't think it's just the black men getting it. There were black women who were married to white men. It didn't go too well for them. I ain't talking about YouTube. I'm talking about in the celebrity field. It didn't go well for them. Yeah, if we want to talk about, let's show Simone Biles, she was dating white men before she got with Jonathan Owens, Owen, whatever his name is. It wasn't working out for her, so she went with the black man. Good luck with that. And we're seeing cases where these white dudes do not like y'all like that, and they will put you in the dirt, like just like they've done their own women. Okay, and these white women, we were seeing with Jonathan Majors. You pick the wrong white chick, it's going to cost you money. It may cost you your life. So if you think going to these other races and people and you yourself is not securing yourself, that's a recipe for disaster. Good luck with you. You're going to need it. And when already they think of you as the lesser anyway, these white men and white women look at you as the lesser. They don't look at you as the higher. They look at you the lesser. And you're trying to get them to view you in the same level they view themselves. You're in a recipe for disaster. You're going to be looking really crazy out here. And it has happened. You seen black men talking about they want to do race play where they want to be the slayer. I'm like, what in the God? Do you have no respect for yourself? You got black women coming around talking about a white dude dating only white women and they losing their shit. They losing their shit because Travis Kelsey is dating Taylor Swift, not understanding that in that stuff, there's this thing called fame and correcting your image. Here's the thing: celebrities do get with other celebrities not because they just attracted to them. They get with them to correct their image. I still believe that Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey was a fix my image relationship because he had that reputation of dealing with white chicks. She had a reputation with dealing with thugs and losers. And so, hey, to fix that, they come together. And when it was time to break up, it It was over. Now they can go back to who they really want to deal with. That's what that was. Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift probably the same thing. She's Taylor Swift was always dealing with some dudes who looked like they couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight, and Travis had that whole thing. Oh, I just love black women. Can't do that in white society and be respected. No, they ain't cool with that. So yeah, that's a probably fix their image, and he gets in a high echelon of people. It's a win-win, and she don't look like she just dating fruity boys, or she just throwing her hoo-ha at everybody. It's a win-win. But us black folks don't understand that because we got our feelings in it. We have our feel. We feel too much. I feel this is wrong. No, no, there ain't no wrong. This is a situation. And then talk about the culture and it's the black man fault. Well, the black woman participated in the culture, and I'm like, yeah, it's both. Because at the end of the day, it is a choice. And we talking about hip hop. Well, black men and put these women in these positions where they have to be sexualized, but those women chose to be in those positions, to be in that profession, to be sexualized. It's a choice. They didn't have to do that. Lil Kim could have went, got an education, which black women seem to be. We they praise education so much. Why Lil Kim couldn't do that? Or Foxy Brown, or Nicki Minaj, or well, actually, Meg Thee Stallion did get an education. She graduated college, so I can't even put her in there. But she's still choosing to do this stuff. It's a choice. So you choosing to teach, well, promote this culture. It's a choice. And black men participating in this, it's a choice too. Because again, that's why I'm not the throwaway hip hop type person. I think that you should choose better hip hop. You have to make that conscious choice to do that. You got to talk with your money. And if you're not willing to do that, if you're too lazy to do that, then you get what you ask for. You don't like R. Kelly? Promote music. You don't like who else? Trey Songz, Anthony Hamilton. Oh, you don't like the raunchiness of Chris Brown? There's Eric Roberson. There's alternatives, but you got to be willing, like you were in the past. You got to be willing to chase those alternatives. If you're not willing to do that, then I don't know what to tell you. These people are going to thrive. The P. Diddy's are going to thrive because you're still choosing the type of music that he put out. It's a choice. You don't have to listen to the radio. Hell, I rarely listen to the radio. I rarely. I got the music that I listen to is downloaded on my phone. That's what I listen to. I rarely listen to the radio unless I don't have no choice. Hell, I have Sirius XM. I rarely listen to that one. But at least with Sirius, they'll give you different. It's not just totally what's always on the radio. They do have some gems in there if you choose to listen. That's how some of the music that I listen to now, that's where I got it from, Sirius XM. Listen to certain people. You got to be willing to make the effort. If you don't like this culture, this this certain parts of black culture, then you have to be willing to separate yourself from it. And that doesn't mean throw away all black people. That's silly. Because again, it's just like when dudes say, I don't want a sausage fest. I'm like, bro, how you going to defend a community without men? How you gonna defend a community with the degenerates? and you just one man and a bunch of women. How that gonna work? Brain dead. It's just like what women say. Well, I don't have women as friends. I'm like, wait a second. If you got an issue that only a woman can deal with, you can't talk to a man. I can't talk to you about your period. I can't talk to you about certain female things that women go through. I can't talk to you about that. I'm not a woman. Just like I can't talk to you about certain things men go through. And there's another thing that I see a lot, and it's just a way to dismiss the issues that black men and black women have. We did not have the same struggles. I'm sorry to break that to a lot of people. We did not have the same struggles. We didn't. White supremacy, if you want to call it that, affected us differently, and it still continues to affect us differently. It just did. And as soon as we acknowledge that and actually acknowledge it, not some of this fake, but yeah, y'all still fucked up, but you still failed. And no, I'm talking about actually acknowledge that, yes, we went through stuff differently. It affected us differently. Once we recognize that, now we can have that real conversation, how we're going to fix it. But until we get to that point, we're not going to have no real conversation. We're going to have the same arguments that we had on Subzeros live just a few minutes ago. The same fucking arguments. Who's the problem of the community? Who did this? Who did that? Black men run to white women. Run to white men. Run to white women. Get your passport. All this goofy running, always running. Everybody's always running from black folks. But let's be honest, they ain't running. They're only running in their mouth, but they ain't really running because let me be truthful. If you really didn't give a fuck about black culture, you would not be in a black man's platform. Even it wouldn't even it wouldn't even it wouldn't even be part of your time. You should be with your white man or white woman. You wouldn't be going to a black woman's panel. SYSBM or getting your passport. They will be beneath notice. But these people need black people, even just a troll. Even just a troll. Because they ain't got it. They ain't got that white man. They ain't got that white woman. They ain't overseas. They ain't divested. Not by a long shot. They still in these communities. They still got to deal with black folks. Because if you truly were divested, you would not even be dealing with them. You will be spending your time to not deal with them at all. But if you were in a fucking platform, a black man platform who is quote unquote promoting black women, why would you even be there? You don't trust none of these black men, but you still need them. You still need to talk to them. You still need them to shine. But if you really got it like that, you wouldn't need them to shine. You wouldn't need them to bum off money. Because truth be told, a lot of these divestors still will take black men's money. If you really about that, you wouldn't take a dime. You wouldn't take a dime. They would not be breeding you. You'd be trying to get into the white markets. Because, quote, they better. The ice is colder. So why are you over here for? Because you need them. You need the black man's money. You need the black women's money. You know you need it. And you know they'll catch you when you fall. You can go have all these white babies. Go mess with these white women. And when you fuck up, this community will come gather you in open arms. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it with celebrities. Hell, I've seen it in real life. Real life. The truth of it is, you need black folks, but you hate that you need them. You hate that you need black people. It's truly a love hate relationship. You hate them, but you need them. You can't stand on your own. And because you can't stand on your own, you hate that you can't stand on your own. So that's why you got to troll. That's why you got to put it, black women, you need to divest. But you haven't divested, sis. Not completely. You have not divested. How I know? You still here. Brother, that's YSBM. But how I know you haven't divested? Because you still here. You still wondering what these women doing. You wondering what these men doing. You crying about Simone Biles. Again, Simone Biles was dating white men. Hell, let's hell before she married her white man who's making considerably less than she was. Serena Williams was dating white men, black men, everybody. Venus Williams still ain't married. See, that's the thing that these divestors don't talk about. A lot of these black women don't get married. They made baby mamas. Some of them don't get even taken care of. And that's documented history. But they don't want to talk about that. Hell, they don't even want to talk about some of them that go on these white men channels, these white manosphere channels, and get royally disrespected. But they hee ha ha. They don't want to talk about that. Some of these black dudes who up white women's asses, they don't want to talk about the disrespect that these white men are doing. Can we name Pearl? Pearl, Me Too, the black man, but it's all good. She gonna speak for us in Congress. Sure, okay, but she thinks you lazy as fuck. Okay, that's good. But we don't ignore all that because we gotta have our white queen. Not to mention all the rape charges, fake rape charges they put on you, and you be in prison for a long time. I mean, but let's forget all that. Let's forget about somehow these white dudes treat these black women like fucking slaves and don't do really much for them or anything. I mean, let's ignore history. Listen, they want to do it, I'll do it. Okay, I'll know all that history. I'm just looking at reality. I'm looking at right now. A lot of y'all still ain't in no relationships. At least not healthy ones. Can't be. You worry about what the black folks doing. You can't be in a healthy relationship. At least if you're not trying to just clown it. But some of y'all just serious, like silly. But what do I expect? Broken people do broken things, and a lot of these people are in the way of true getting together. Some of these people are in pro-black spaces, and I'm like, why are you there? Just a troll. And it's like, dude, this makes no sense. You don't like black folks, just get away from them. It's not that hard. It's not that fucking hard. But you can't, and you won't. So that's why I just don't take them seriously. You can't cut people off. You don't know how. Or you're unable to. And that's the saddest thing you can be in. You hate a person, but you can't leave them. That's a dangerous position to be in. Not just for you, but for the other person. Because you're just setting them up for a fall. and you're gonna do something so destructive you might destroy yourself in the process. Sad. But this is how some of these broken people be. And instead of, hey, you might just need to focus on yourself. Get your shit together. No, they think the salvation is with another person. But in reality, that person see you for what you really are, a broken piece of a dog shit. And they're going to use you like dog shit. You know, scat is a real thing over there. So they don't have problem playing with you, throwing you away. Me, sorry, I can't do it. I can't. I will not bury black people for some other people. I've been around these people. I've seen the mess that they are. And you want me to put them above me? Above me. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it, sis. You want me to put white women above you? No. Can't do it either. Nah. But to black women, I'm not gonna put you above me either. Nope. I've done that before and it bite me in the ass. Yeah, yes it has. Being too nice. And it came back and bite me. Yeah. Yes it did. Being too nice to some black men. Yeah, I was. It came back to bite me in the ass. So now, I judge you for who you are. But at the same token, I'm not about to bury my race. For what? Show disloyalty to my race? You're gonna be used and abused like that. Look how Candace Owens getting canceled. They threw her away. She was a liability now. They're about to throw Clarence Thomas away. They just threw away Larry Elder. You do not at least respect. It's okay to criticize. But if you don't respect your race of people, people see that. Other races of people see that. And just like they do their people who they don't respect their race, they throw them away, they're gonna throw you away. They'll use you. Don't get it twisted. They'll use you. Because it makes sense. Again, it's war, it's competition. You use all the tools you have. When they're done with you, they throw you away. The problem with us is that we have a problem throwing away the wrong people. People we shouldn't throw away, we throw away. People we should just throw away like garbage, but we keep them because they make us feel a certain type of way. We're more of a feely type. But it is what it is. You can't change it. I don't have the power to. All I have the power to do is adapt. And that means so many people I leave alone. So many people I'll help. So many people I'll work with. But I'm going to keep it business only for the most part. I treat YouTube like I treat work. We can talk, have fun, but that's the only part. There's a certain point that we're gonna cross. We're just not gonna cross because I know how some of you be. I know that if I'm too nice to some of you women, you're gonna try to run that game. And I know if I'm too nice to some of you dudes, you're gonna try that same shit, and you're gonna think that you can run me. You think you can just talk to me any kind of way. Next thing you, oh, can I borrow $100? I'm like, sorry, it ain't that kind of party. I'll super chat you or cash app you if you have good content. I don't see a problem with that. If I think the content is good, I'll give you that. But if you think I'm gonna let you borrow money or anything like that, nah. Now I'll help you on certain projects if you need to donate. I've done that. But just give you money because you need a phone bill paid, fuck that. You on your own. Go ask your boyfriend. Oh, you don't got a boyfriend? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, you ain't got nobody to. Hey, dude, you ain't got nobody to borrow money from. Man, you must have burned all your bridges, buddy. But that ain't my problem. But this is the internet. And this is what they do, and then they want to bury black people in the dirt. Okay, I mean, hey, that's your choice, but I'm just gonna let you know, other people don't respect that. They don't, because at the end of the day, hey, they might have their problems with their people, and they do things to against each other, but there is a certain there is a certain line of respect that they're not going. There are certain lines that they're not going to cross. But black folks cross that all the time. Black men and black women. They cross that line all the time on each other, and then get mad when they call it out, and then want to play victim. Sorry, I'm not here to hear your victim story. There are true victims of our community, men and women, who really they rarely get their story told. Or when they do get their story told, it's met with ridicule and shame. And that's a sad. And guess who? And guess what they do? They turn on you. They become the coons and the sellouts that you complain about, and then you want to get mad at them. Nah, get mad at yourself because all of y'all participated in some of this stuff. These girls were getting abused, but guess what? Their mom was letting their boyfriends abuse them. These boys were getting abused, but guess what? You, the daddy, you wasn't even there. You wasn't there to protect them. These kids are getting killed by their mommy and their daddy, or the stepdaddy, or the stepmama, and you ain't doing shit about it. All you can do is sit there and cry. But no, you could have protected them and you chose not to. You a piece of shit. I don't have no sympathy for these adults out here. I don't have sympathy for some of these single mothers out here. And I don't want to hear, well, if it wasn't for the man. No, she had a choice. Just like he had a choice. If you abandon your children, you had a choice. Everybody got a choice. You have a choice. And if you choose certain decisions, you got to live with that choice. And you can't be sitting up here blaming the black man, blaming the black woman. No. At the end of the day, it's your choice. And if you choose to do something that is detrimental not only to yourself but to your race, that is on you. I don't want to hear black men. I don't want to hear black women. I'm looking at you. You have a choice. And if you don't want to accept that choice, that you made that choice, and you want to still continue, well, I got no use for you. I got no use for you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you to breathe my air. Stay over there. Go with your go with your white zaddy. Go with your white mommy. Go with your foreign women. Go over there. I have no use for you. That's just how I feel on that. Go. But when something bad happens to you, don't come over here. Stay over there. Stay with them people. That's where you want to. That's where you want to go. Go over there. Stay over there. Whatever happens, happens. Don't ask for no black protection. Nothing. Stay and deal with it. That's how I. That's how I look at it. Stay and deal with it. Because you don't speak out when these black men, these white men and white women do black people wrong. Y'all don't speak on that. These, y'all strangely silent. We don't even see that. Okay, okay, y'all didn't see that. All right, cool. You don't see it. Whatever. You gonna play ignorance? Hey, I'll play with you. I'll play ignorance with you too. So when shit going down to you and y'all asking for some help, I don't know you. Wait, didn't you say black men ain't shit? But the white men beat you and all that stuff? Now you want protection? Nope, they ain't doing that. You say black women ain't shit and all that. Now you want to be around black women now? No, I ain't about to listen to that garbage. Go over there and deal with them. If you have success, good for you. You don't? Oh well. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for Jonathan Majors, but I also didn't feel sorry for Alicia Tyler. I didn't feel Stacy Keebler. Stacy, what was that chick from Clueless? The black chick. I didn't feel sorry for her either. I don't feel sorry for no celebrity. If you go with them other people and you generally shit on your people, and something happens to you, I don't feel no sympathy for you. You get what you asked for. I'm not coming to your aid. I'm not going to protest for you. Hey, that's your family problem. They'll deal with it if they still fuck with you. But me, I ain't my fucking problem. And this is from a guy who has families who are biracial, family members who are biracial, cousins who marry white folks, dated white. This whole push for divesting, I'm like, my family been on that. My family been on that. I don't know where y'all late to the party. They been on that. Where you been? It's weird. This this big push. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, dude, my family been on that. We don't look at them no different, but they know how to choose well. Some of y'all don't know how to choose well. Y'all, you can't even choose black folks. I don't know how you gonna choose white folks. Mm, but hey, that's what they want to do. It's, but they magically end up in a pro-black space, still talking shit. Like, make it make sense. But yeah, I mean, oh well, what can you do? These people are weird, but yeah, so I rambled on long enough. It's just that with the Sub-Zero live stream and just this whole argument again, it's like y'all still y'all still arguing over black men and black women role in this degenerate culture. You still arguing that? I mean, y'all both participated in it, and you still continue to participate in it. So what's the problem? You participate in the degenerate culture and you get these type of results. What's the problem? You already know what to do. So just go do it. You still gotta argue this? You still arguing over black men and black women getting together? You still crying over this shit? You still got Kevin Samuels' name in your mouth? You still got Cynthia G name in your mouth? You still got their names in your mouth? Really? You still got Keisha? You still got Pookie? You still got Dusty in your mouth? You haven't left this alone yet? Something wrong with you. It ain't the black man. It ain't the black woman. It's you. You got a problem. You mad and jealous because you can't leave. You can't leave this culture alone. Because deep inside, you know you need this culture. That other culture don't fuck with you like that. And they will let you know they don't fuck with you. That's just the reality. We've seen it. Documented history teaches us they don't fuck with you like that. But you still want to try. But you're going at it the wrong way. You going in not even healthy. You going in damaged. And guess who you're gonna run into? Another damaged other person. Don't matter if they're black. Don't matter if they white. Don't matter if they Latino. Don't matter what. You're gonna you're gonna run off the good, decent people. You're gonna run into a damaged person just like you had. And a lot of times they can be damaged and they can get away with it. They could do you dirty and get away with it. Because they got money, some of them. And if they don't have money, they got connections, family connections that you don't have. And they can do you dirty and then get away with it. And then you're going to be running over here, black power, pro black. No, 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 no. You don't get to play the pro black side and after you got done in by white folks. No, you go back over there. You don't like black folks, just don't be with them. Don't settle. Be by yourself. Or fix yourself so you can get with the white man, white woman, Asian, or whoever that you need to get with and have their healthy family. Because contrary to popular belief, I'm about healthy families. I've seen what a healthy family looks like. I experienced their blessings on me. Now, my family wasn't one of those healthy families, but I seen what a healthy family is, and I seen the support that they give, not only to their own, they give to me, and that's a black family, a black woman, a black man married for as long as I've been alive, if not longer. Two sons married, one with his own daughter, one with who he adopted a son. He in a interracial relationship. Now my marriage to the daughter didn't work out, but we still remain friends even to her dying day. Her family supported me. I've supported them. So I know what a black family who got it together. They not perfect, but they got it together. And they still care about each other. Even with their problems. A lot of y'all on YouTube, a lot of y'all on social media, you're not good for anybody. You're not good for yourself. You're not good for black people. You're not good for these other races of people. Because all you're going to attract is some broken person. And even by some slim chance, you get a person who is not on bullshit on that side, You're gonna run them off. Because it's like, well, why would I want to deal with this broken person? I got enough broken people on my side. Now I got to deal with you? Fuck that. But people don't think, they just feel. So we continue to have this circular conversation. Black men supposed to be the leaders, but you choose the leader. You still choose your leader regardless. So if you chose poorly, that's on you. If you're a leader and you didn't you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, and your subordinates ain't acting the way you want them to act, that's on you. See, everybody got a role. If you ain't playing your role and your life is fucked up because of it, that's on you. You have a choice. Sometimes the choice sucks. Sometimes the choice ain't fair, but it's still a choice. You choose how you live your life. Now, if you want the success, there's some hard choices you're gonna have to make. Sometimes you got to pass up that easy money. Sometimes you got to pass up that good looking dude. Sometimes you got to pass up that good looking woman. Because if you don't, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation. And sometimes kids come involved. A lot of these kids are cope babies. They're coping with the fact that their life sucks. They got with the wrong person. Now they're taking that on the children. And now a lot of these men and women they don't even want to think about marriage. Can I blame them? No. Can I blame some of these women don't want to get with black men? No. Can I blame some of these black men not want to get with black women? No. Because this community has done a lot of shit to each other. And when people try to give their grievances, they just tell them, well, your mama black, your daddy black. No, you're supposed to be for black first. But black first wants to first for me. So again, I can't blame them. I can't be mad at them. But when you do stupid shit, I'm going to point it out. And again, I'm not going to abandon my people just because I have some issues with black people. I'm not going to bury them because of my issues. Just not going to do it. But I like to think I am a little more healthy than others, even though I consider myself a black pillar. But that just means I adapt to the environment that I'm given. I ain't trying to change it. I just adapt to it and do what the interest of me is. But that does not mean that I don't care about black folks. I do care. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on these panels. I wouldn't be talking to black women, black men. I wouldn't be doing none of that. I still care. But I won't let you think that this kindness is weakness either. I'm still gonna point out your flaws, and you don't like it. Oh well. Doesn't change the fact that you suck. If you suck, you just suck. I'm sorry. You just suck. And people can see that you suck. And then you go to these other races, they're going to see you suck. And definitely they're going to use you and abuse you until they're done with you. It's the nature of the beast. But anyway, it's been an hour. I've been ranting and raving. I was trying to keep this 10 minutes, but I just keep going and going and going. So I did say that I wasn't going to come back on, but that Subzero thing got me really, it's the same shit time and time again. if you don't like black folks, just don't deal with them. It's not that fucking difficult. It's 2023, about to be 2024. If you still worrying about what black folks are doing as a black person, and if you still on ranting and raving about either gender, and that's your sole focus, I suggest you don't date. I don't date black folks. Don't date out either. You're not well. Go get some therapy. Get some fucking therapy first. Then maybe you might make it. Maybe you might make it out there with that white man or white woman. Maybe. At least you'll have a better shot. So you won't picking up a dusty white dude or a dusty white chick, and now your fucking your money and your livelihood or your life won't be taken. Sorry, somebody sent me a message. But the point is, get healthy first. Because all I hear in these live streams is just unhealthy, and in the chat, unhealthy people trying to tell you how to live. These people can't, they ain't healthy their damn selves. They bumming off of white folks. They bumming off of black folks. They bumming off of people that they know is special. They still trying to chase black women in the back chat. But they're gonna try to tell you how to live your life. The fuck out of here. They can't find a white man to want to deal with them. And if they do deal with them, they're a cum dumpster at best. Sorry. Or they're just a penis, a living, breathing penis. Sorry, I don't respect you. It's 2023, about to be 2024. You don't have to be with black people if you don't want to. You don't have to breathe their air. You don't have to be on their panels. You don't have to be in their face. I mean, if you at a job, hey, get it to where you working at home. Then you don't have to deal with black people at all. But a lot of you choose to because you ain't got a choice. And that's what's eating y'all alive. You don't have a choice. Sorry. I don't feel for you. You have a choice. You just don't want to work to do it. You want everybody else to leave you alone. That's not how the world works, sis. That's not how it works, son. You got to work to what lifestyle you want. And if you ain't willing to work for it, they ain't nobody going out here going to help you. They're going to use you and abuse you. And then when they done with you, they get rid of you. You're nothing but a commodity. And if that's what y'all want to be, fine. But don't be mad when you get abused and abused. And then now you want to cry victim. We're just going to be looking at you. Well, no, you ain't no victim. You made a choice. So live with the choice. Live with it. Deal with it. But don't come over here crying me a river. Because I'm going to tell you, tie that cement boot to you, tie a cement block to your legs and drown in that river. That's how much I care. Anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. It's been over an hour, just me ranting and raving. But I want to put myself on camera so you can understand that I'm serious about this shit. I don't put white people on a pedestal. I don't put other races of people on a pedestal. I could look at their successes and I could look at their faults. And if you're gonna run over there, run with the right frame of mind. Just because don't run over there because you scared of black folks. Because you ain't gonna get no success doing that. And we see it. A lot of y'all ain't gonna make good. Y'all don't make good partners, even in friendships. How are you gonna be a partner, not only to your own, but to other races of people? Who other races of people have way more options than you do. But eh, what do I know? I'm just a black man. I'm just a black man. What do I know? But anyway, thank y'all for listening to this little rant. Um, I promise this time, this is the last live stream I'm going to do. Anything else come up, I'm just gonna wait till next year. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I promise you, I am gone until next year. I'm just gonna make that promise. Anything else I see, I'm just gonna leave it to next year. With that, black man, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours. I'm out. Peace.